Welcome to House Hunters, the show that gives you the chance to nose around houses currently on the market and check out the interiors, all from the comfort of your own living room. Now, do you enjoy wandering around National Trust properties? Well, we've got a spectacular National Trust lodge in Hertfordshire. Also, a lovely terraced house in seaside Southport near Liverpool. And, well, a rather unusual, lovingly restored conversion in Dover. But it used to be a chapel. I don't know how I'd feel about living in that, though, in the middle of a cemetery. Bit strange. Now, in the studio, 3 house-hunting couples will be trying to guess the prices of those properties and, I'm sure, giving their views on the interior. So, let's get on and meet this week's house hunters. And we're joined, first of all, by Kate and Paul.
Hi.
Good to see you both. You're from High Wycombe, yeah, in Buckinghamshire?
Yeah, at the moment.
What's your sort of dream house? Do you have something in your mind that you won't go to?
I'd like a chateau in France, really.
Wouldn't we all?
If I had bags of money,
yes,
you know.
that would be very, very nice indeed.
I think that's probably not on the cards at the moment.
But down to somewhere with a bit of character, I think.
Yeah, so you don't like modern stuff so much?
Not really, no.
You won't even go and look at somewhere if it hasn't got a fireplace in it.
No, not without a fireplace. You know.
OK, well, you're a man that knows what you want. It's good to see both of you here. Thank you very much indeed. Now let's meet Stuart and Sally. Hello to both of you. Good to see you. You're from Birmingham?
We are, yeah.
And what sort of stage in the house hunting game are you at? Are you moving or thinking about moving? What?
No, we've just had an extension done in the back of the house. We've got a modern house, so they wouldn't like it, obviously, but we've now extended. But we tend to collect building materials now. We've got a cement mixer in the garden as a feature, and a bit of wood here and a bit of that there, you know. It's there forever, I'm sure it is.
I've never got through so many tea bags in all my life.
Tea bags and chocolate biscuits, that's what you have to keep them supplied with. Well, it's great to see you. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Right, Catherine and David, thank you very much indeed for coming in. Now, you're from Gateshead, yeah?
Yeah.
And are you moving house, thinking about moving?
Would love to move.
Why is that?
3 children, a 2-bedroomed house.
Oh, tough. That's very tough.
That's a small house as well.
Right, so you really need to move, don't you? And if you were moving, would you be the kind of person that would do your own DIY? Are you good at that?
Yes.
Right.
I'd
try. And it's great to see you both. Thank you very much indeed for coming in. And good luck to all our house hunters. Right, let's view our first property. As always, Kit Hesketh-Harvey and Kate Tribette, they'll be snooping around on our behalf. And for the first home tonight, they're visiting Thunderdale Lodge. It's a Grade 2 listed picture postcard hall in Hertfordshire on lease from the National Trust. But how much would you pay for it?
On a lovely winter's afternoon, what could be nicer than a walk in the countryside? And here you've got 4,000 acres of Hertfordshire to do it in.
We're 3 miles from the village of Little Gadsden with its charming pub and shop, and 5 miles from Berkhamsted, which is famous for its schools and commutable to London.
Isn't this the most wonderful parterre? Coming in through the back door as one does in the country.
Wow, look at this country kitchen. It is fabulous.
The National Trust frequently lets these things off on 50-year leases. It means you get a house often of astonishing architectural or historical importance, but it does mean that you're not allowed to change a thing in it without the Trust's permission.
But who'd want to change it? It's got the most expensive bespoke kitchen.
I do love this barley twist finish on the woodwork here. That's
and
great,
more woodwork up here. Look, is this the extractor fan? Yeah, it is. Lovely. It's absolutely fab. And a room for the oven and hob there. Another cupboard. Oh, no, dishwasher.
1.5 sinks, and I do like these sort of French-style taps. Aren't they pretty?
What's this thing? Why have we got a hole here, do you suppose?
It's for posting your letters of complaint to the National Trust about stag hunting.
No, if I'm not mistaken, yes, there you are. You do your chopping, it falls down the hole. You hoik out this and chuck it in the bin.
Oh, well, clever.
Look at the chicken wire. I love chicken wire. I know it's been done to death, but I still like it.
Isn't it? Let's see what's through the arched door.
Now, these are the flagstones they should have in the kitchen, and they're all the way through the hall. They're great. Look at these 3 mullion windows and shutters. I know I don't normally like shutters, but these are very nice.
Perhaps the National Trust wouldn't let them have curtains.
Of course they would. Don't be ridiculous. Ah! What?
This fireplace, it's not right. This is the Ashridge Estate. It was the home, amongst others, of Queen Elizabeth I as a child. And this lodge was built by James Wyatt, architect of major national importance. He put on the checkerboard flint on the facade. But this fireplace it's 1930s. Look, it's got copper and that 30s brickwork. This must have been put in just before the Trust took over 60 years ago.
No, but that doesn't matter. It's a working fire with a working chimney. That, for me, is the major selling point.
She's right, you know.
Thank you. Now, here I am in the main bedroom. 2 lovely mullioned windows, one there, one over there. Now this room echoes the hexagonal shape of the living room below, which is great up here because it gives you room to shove back the bed and still masses of space for a wardrobe, and over in the corner, a sink unit, which is very useful in a bedroom. There's a very pretty sandstone fireplace, and behind the dried flowers, a charming Victorian grate, I think, hidden away.
Across the generous landing and past 2 other pretty little bedrooms, you come to this, the bathroom. Now, there is a downstairs loo big enough to take dirty gumboots and whatever, but just look at this. God is, as they say, in the details. Don't you love that little cottage door latch and the leaded window with its tendriling ivy? The Gothic has been preserved in this tile border, which is, I suppose, a sort of 60s nod towards the Puganesque, and there's a nice big bath.
So, this is a 3-bedroom Gothic lodge with a really charming garden.
It's of architectural and historic importance, and it comes with a 40-year lease from the National Trust. But what would you pay for it?
Well, we'll find out in a moment what our house hunters think that's worth. But first of all, what did you actually think of the house, Kate and Paul? Did you like it?
I'll have 2, please.
Don't be greedy, you want 2.
I agree.
Lovely. Really lovely. I wasn't sure about the chicken wire in the kitchen. It looked a bit like a rabbit hutch. But
I don't like that. I know that it's very popular, but I don't like
no,
it either.
I wasn't keen on that.
No. So, you loved it?
Yeah,
Definitely.
Okay. Stuart and Sally, can you see yourself living in there? What did you think?
I like the outside. The outside, it was very, very appealing, but you walk in, it's too modern.
Sporting.
And where's the waste
Absolutely
disposal? I
sporting.
don't want a little drawer. I want a waste disposal unit. This is not going to empty it somewhere else, is it?
I quite liked the drawer. I thought that was interesting.
The
anyway.
blue work surface was a bit...
You didn't like
It wasn't in keeping with the house.
No,
Like,
it's too modern.
Sport the
Sporty,
character.
yeah.
Right, so
Shame.
the outside didn't go with the inside.
No.
That's right. No, not for us now.
Okay. What about Catherine and David? What did you think?
No.
No,
Certain
no.
parts of it I like, but I wouldn't live there.
Okay, well, before our house hunters take a guess, here's a few clues from our resident property expert, Tom Rowland. Now, Tom, can we clear up the whole thing about a lease? Are you basically just buying time that you can spend in that house, and for how long?
Yeah, I mean, you get, actually, I think it's 49 years on this lease.
49 years.
The people selling it came a bit unstuck on this, actually, because they discovered that they weren't eligible to make the lease longer. The reason being it wasn't their primary home. If it is your primary home, you can get an extension on this lease for another 50 years. So, actually, it's in somebody's interest to turn this into a proper house, into a principal residence, because you would then be able to extend the lease. But you have to value it with just 49 years. I have to say, I used to go past this house every day when I was a teenager on my way back from school.
Oh.
And it was built for servants, of course, so it had to look good from the outside, and they didn't really mind about the inside. The other thing to bear in mind is that it was built to impress from the outside. Because it was a gatehouse, a lodge, it needed to look flash when you drove past in your carriage and four. But the maintenance didn't really matter very much if you were a plutocrat. However, it's a very desirable house in a beautiful part of the countryside. It's the Chiltern Hills round there, Lorraine, Chiltern Hills.
Lovely. It was a beautiful house, I must say. Right, OK, well, the big moment. How much would you pay for a National Trust house in Hertfordshire? Choose from 4 possible prices. There's £500 courtesy of the Woolwich for any couple who guesses right. Is it £240,000, £360,000, £405,000 or £550,000? What do we think? Let's see your guesses. So here we go. Let's have a look and see what you have all guessed. Kate and Paul have gone for 360,000. 240,000 Sally and Stuart have gone for. Catherine and David have also gone for £240,000. Right, well, let's find out who's on the money. Back to Kit and Kate, they have the answer.
It's 40 years of paradise, but for how much?
£240,000.
Oh. Great, well done to Stuart and to Sally and to Catherine and David who got it right. Kate and Paul a bit over the odds there.
Yeah. We're just a little keener to buy a house, I think.
So you're going higher. Tom, why that price?
You know, there's a point worth remembering about gatehouses, all gatehouses and lodges. It's by definition they're on busy roads or on roads, so you tend to get a lot of traffic noise. That tends to bring the price down, actually. This is in beautiful countryside, but you get traffic noise. Also, you get in the evenings at night. If you lie in bed, you get the lights of the cars in your bedroom window.
Thanks, Tom. And after the break, we'll be visiting 2 more houses. One is a glorious, unspoiled Victorian semi-detached in Southport, while the other is, well, it's in the middle of a cemetery. So more house hunting in a few minutes. I'll see you then.
When you're on the phone to friends or loved ones, do you ever feel you've got to stop short so you don't run up a whopping bill? If you free call Cable and Wireless now on 0500 500 500, you can relax. Every Saturday until the end of September, a long-distance call to anyone in the UK will never cost you more than 50p, however long it lasts. So you can go on and on without ever going past 50p. What's more, when you switch to Cable and Wireless, we make this promise: either savings on your total call charges or double the difference back. And you'll get 100 free minutes of calls to any local numbers every month. Switching to Cable and Wireless is easy. Simply free call 0500 500 500 now for more information about making savings on your phone bills and taking advantage of our special 50p Saturday call offer. That's 0500 500 500. Call us now and in just a few days you could be running on for as long as you like.
Ambrosia custard is delicious on something cold.
Ambrosia. Devon knows how they make it so creamy.
Why is the Bristol and West so good for mortgages, savings and investments? The Bristol and West specialises in mortgages, savings, investments and nothing else.
Strong, thick Domestos, whether citrus fresh or new ocean fresh, kills all known germs, dead.
Why do you think these new Persil tablets are so good then?
Dunno.
Apparently it's the fizzing everywhere in the wash that helps get the clothes so clean.
Is it? I couldn't give a monkeys. All I know is it works.
Persil's new tablets. A great wash, a great deal easier.
My Summer with Des, now available on video. A film about a football mad guy during Euro '96 who meets the perfect woman.
Nice to watch football with lovers and friends.
Starring Neil Morrissey, Rachel Weisz, John Gordon Sinclair and Desmond Lynam.
When troubles come, they come not single spies, but in battalions.
My Summer with Des, available on video now. Certificate 15.
Thank you, Des. Love you.
Some people say that all talk shows are the same.
I think that's an outrageous statement.
Stand up for yourself. Answer them back. Can't
Get your
guarantee.
prejudices in the bin
Would you
and
shut
let's
up and
talk
let me
about
finish?
children.
How can you convince her? You can't, because she's an airhead.
There's nothing quite like it. Wednesday Night Live at 10:40 on ITV.
Hello there, welcome back to House Hunters. Now with another £500 at stake for our house hunting couples, we're now on to our second property. Kit and Kate are in Southport. They're nosing around a charming double-fronted, semi-detached family house close to the seafront, yet within commuting distance from Liverpool. But how much is it worth?
We're in Southport, which is neither south nor a port.
It is by the sea, though.
It's got 7 miles, apparently, of golden sand on which Malcolm Campbell and Red Rum once raced.
The house we're going to visit was built in 1876 and is very close to good schools and shops. There's even a bus stop outside. Oh, look at this lovely rockery.
Nice winter jasmine.
Look at those budgies.
Nice free-range budgies.
Where's the blanket? Here we are. Lovely, big, light room.
Incredible quality of light it's got. I suppose it's much to do with these 2 windows on either side here.
I don't think this fireplace is quite original, is it? What is it, Louis something or other?
It was Louis XV's effect, I think. I don't think Louis XV ever came to Southport. He should have done. He'd have loved it. Could have ridden the donkeys.
Across here must be... Yes, the dining room. Another high-ceiling room.
What are these walls about?
Oh, now I know about these. These are original 1920s deco paintings. They have been here for 70 years. Can you believe it?
Absolutely beautiful.
And another thing, children were never allowed in here with their crayons. They're
Quite right,
absolutely
too.
kept out.
Quite right, too. Now, this is earlier, isn't it? This is...
I don't know about
this fireplace, the owner was telling me, came from his offices.
Oh, sweet.
He sort of brought it along as a souvenir afterwards. It does look a little bit sort of like a Chamber of Commerce, doesn't it? It's most beautifully...
Do you think they knew they took
prosperous summers. Now, this is down in the particulars as the morning room. It's so useful for when one's in mourning. It's another big, high-ceilinged room. Look up there, they've got a lazy Susan or a dangling Edith, whatever those things are called. It's terribly useful for budgies, obviously completely cleared out by Charlie here, who's keeping a good watch. But this is used as the breakfast room, obviously. Come through here, and you've got the kitchen. Very well appointed, with good, solid fittings. It's got a sink, it's got a gas hob, and a great double oven at a very useful height here. And then behind this rather handy little annex is the wet goods area, and a really lovely ceramic floor, which guarantees, of course, that absolutely anything you drop smashes into smithereens. You know, it's not actually ceramic. It's incredibly clever vinyl, masquerading as rather convincing ceramic.
Well, here I am, picking my way delicately across this extremely floral carpet. Fabulous. Look at this, an original stained glass window. It's great. Huge hallway. And round here, I think, is the bathroom. Oh, look, white bath. How very nice. I like a white bath for a change. I'm not so sure about the sauna effect ceiling, however. Wall-to-wall marble tiles, very hygienic, I'm sure you'll find. It feels incredibly warm in here. There's a radiator and the hot cupboard, but there is more patterned carpet.
This is a terrific thing to have. It's a sort of Barbara Cartland pit stop facility. It's so nice to have a vanity unit like this in one's bedroom, don't you think? That was opium. I'm not sure about... Oh, this is much nicer. This is Chanel No. 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's so
like
butch, isn't he, Butch? The most important thing, however, is that this is a very good-sized bedroom and there is masses of cupboard space to put all your frocks. Very important. There are 3 more bedrooms on this floor. One of the doubles has the most miraculously fab original fireplace with black and white tiles, which I love. Put that down. So this is a 4-bedroom, semi-detached Victorian family house. There's a courtyard garden at the rear and a double garage.
It's Victorian, it's solidly built, it's prosperous, it's comfortable, and it's convenient. It's like Southport itself, but how much would you pay for it?
Well, there we are. Before we guess the price, let's find out what we thought about the house. Kate and Paul, did you like it?
I think it's got potential, but I'd tear everything off the walls, rip up the carpets and start again.
The carpets were loud.
It was a bit too, I don't know, a bit too chintzy in parts as well.
Stuart and Sally, what did you think?
Nah, we didn't like it.
Okay for a rest home for the elderly, I think, but...
Not for us.
Catherine and David, what do we think? Catherine, it was a bit busy, that house. No.
I feel sorry for whoever lives there, because she
Time warp.
totally just shredded them.
So, Tom, I'm afraid nobody liked that poor little house.
I'll give you a tip as buyers, actually. Look beyond the decoration. The couple who live in this house have been here for 30 or 40 years, so it's out of date these days. As Kit said, it's good, it's solid, it's Victorian. The other houses in this street have got massive, huge, long back gardens. This one's got hardly anything, so it's going to be devalued relative to the other ones in the street. Lorraine, I'll tell you, there's one group of people who you will never sell this house to. That's anybody who's got a phobia against cats. Now, estate agents, the tip they give people is to lock up your pets, keep them well out of the way, and not to have them around the place. Because you're trying to sell the house, not get people to like your pet, after all. Southport has actually got a Millionaires Row, but it's not here. It's somewhere else in the town. This is in a less prosperous area of the town, although it is good and solid, like Kit said.
Right, good and solid. Right, now the big moment our house hunters are going to choose from these 4 price options. Well, for a Victorian semi-detached in Southport, am I bid? 49,500, 63,000, 72,500 or 92,000 pounds. What do we think? Let's see your prices. So let's have a look. Catherine and David have gone for £72,500. I've had Kate and Paul, you've gone for the same, 72.5 as well. Sally and Stuart, they have plumped for £63,000. Right, the moment of truth. Let's go back to Kit and Kate to find out the answer.
It's an incredible bargain at
£72,500.
So well done. Well done to Kate and Paul. You got it right. And Catherine and David, you got it right as well. Tom, was it good value, the house, do you think?
I think they took my advice, actually, 2 out of 3 of them. I must say, if I owned this house, I think I'd be tempted to go along to the local furniture store and get some nice, clean white carpets and some things to just make the place look a little bit more modern than it is at the moment.
Right.
But it is good value, yeah.
Yeah, OK. Thank you very much indeed, Tom. Right, we come now to the final round of the show where we feature a property that's, well, just a little bit unusual. Tonight's property, well, it's certainly unusual and probably not for the squeamish.
On a bath. Very gothic.
Up to yet more heavenly glass. And the other bedroom. Ensuite is another bathroom, so handy for anointment. And look, they've kept the ceiling supports.
Outside there is a newly planted garden and fountain. Must be very healthy soil.
How much would you lay out for this property?
I must admit, I did like that, I have to say. Before we find out how much it's worth, Kate and Paul, what did you think? Could you see yourself living there?
No way.
Not really.
It's just,
Because of where it is, because of the cemetery?
it's just too spooky and the light coming through the stained glass.
Stuart and Sally, what do you think? Could you?
Yeah, I quite liked it, yeah.
Yeah?
The dog would have great fun in the garden, wouldn't they?
Catherine and David, what did you think? Could you live in a house like that?
I couldn't live in it, but I'd like to convert it and add some more bedrooms, and I think it would be perfect for murder and mystery weekends, especially with the graveyard.
That's a very good point. It would be, wouldn't
Excuse the pun, but I think you'd make a killing.
Tom, it'd be difficult to put a price on this, I would have thought.
Very hard to convert chapels and churches. They're one of the most difficult buildings to convert. And the reason is that there's an architectural conundrum you've got to solve. What you've got to try and do is to preserve the majestic space in the building and at the same time make it practical to live in.
Right.
Now, here they've done one rather well, which is the side which is the living room. And they've used some quite clever tricks, actually. There's William Morris wallpaper that looks really absolutely fantastic there. I mean, they've made the best of the building.
OK. Time to name the price and think carefully because remember there's £1,000 riding on this one. So, am I bid for that very interesting house? £185,000, £225,000, £255,000 or £300,000. What do we think? Let's have a look. What have you all gone for? Let's see. Kate and Paul, quickly. Right, so, oh gosh, everybody's gone for a different price. Kate and Paul, they've gone for 300,000. Sally and Stuart have gone for 225. Catherine and David have gone for 185. Goodness me, that's almost half of what Kate and Paul have gone for. OK, let's find out the answer. Here's Kate.
Well, rest in peace. It's £185,000.
And David, well done to you. That's excellent. So
It was a fluke.
£1,000 there. Did you both agree on that one? That was.
No.
I kept saying it was an embarrassment. Go low.
I see.
I would have went slightly higher on that.
Right, so another £500 to you and £500 worth of vouchers. Well done. So, Tom, how did they arrive at this price?
Well, I think it's quite what the estate agents call a full asking price, but I suspect the owner doesn't mind if it takes quite a long time to find the right person to buy it. And my goodness, they're going to have to want a specialist sort of house, aren't they?
Absolutely. Well, let's just sum up and see what everybody's going to be taking home with them. Kate and Paul, well done. £500 to you, and thanks ever so much for playing. Stuart and Sally, £500 to you too.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
And good luck. Catherine and David, very well done. £1,500 you take home with you, and of course, £500 worth of vouchers. Well played. Thank you. Right, that brings us to the end of this week's show. Congratulations, and of course, thanks to all our house hunters. And thanks as ever to Tom Rowland for all the expert advice. Do join us next time when we'll be opening the doors to more stunning properties around Britain. Bye-bye for now.
And we'll be house hunting again tomorrow afternoon at the same time, 2:10.